Good greetings, YouTube. Danny staying here on the Daily Dan blog, and today I'm back with another comic book review. And I'm hoping I can find something that my friend Dave Sunstorm will call the good stuff. A few months ago, I checked out Planet of the Apes, Cataclysm, #1. That was an awesome book. Does anybody remember my review of that comic book? You can find it here on the Daily Dan blog. And I thought about maybe I should check out Planet of the Apes, Urquhart's Folly. You know, it's like a comic book about General Urkel on the Planet of the Apes. I wasn't real impressed with this comic book. And then I saw this one, and this one was Red Lantern versus Green Lantern Ape on Planet of the Apes, and I thought that'd just be too cool. I'm going to check that one out sometime this year, but today I'm checking out a movie comic. #1, a Boom comic from 2017. It's War for the Planet of the Apes. Here today on the Daily Dan blog. So I truly hope my friend Dave thinks Planet of the Apes is the good stuff, even though I think the old Planet of the Apes might be the better stuff. This one's 2017, and it's kind of based on the new movie. Well, the latest movie. I wouldn't exactly call it a new movie, right? Well, I guess there's nothing else left to do but open the cover and see just how good a job Boom did with War for the Planet of the Apes. 2017, a #1. I have to admit, I really dig the art in this comic book right off the rip, and here's the list of the people you can blame if you don't like the way it's wrote or drawn. I'm not real fond of the dialogue in this comic book. And our comic book starts off in the Sierra Safari Zoo in Reno, Nevada. It was the beginning of summer. The animals were restless? What? That's right, because they know it's slaughter time. It's the beginning of summer. We're going to make some beef jerky out of some of these boys as we check in on little anal retentive girl and Moggs? Is that Russell? I found Moggs in a comic book. That's right. Moggs is rounding up some animals to head out to the trading post. He's going to trade the animals for some supplies they need, like radioactive gas mask and kibbles and bits. Well, this comic book's all over the place. Like I said, I like the art, but the story leaves a lot to be desired, because in San Francisco, California, 800 miles away, the battle is in the streets as the war for the Planet of the Apes has took forth. The apes have invaded the city, and the humans are on the run. And in full panels, shiny, glossy, glary crap, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. I give you some pretty good art as the apes take to the streets and go one-on-one in a terrific battle with the humans. I think the humans are not going to do really well in this battle, as that human's head just went splat. It went splat. We should get Tony of the Dead, that white trash guy, to write us some Planet of the Apes songs to play when I do videos like this. Run, the apes are coming. Well, apparently San Francisco's getting a little more comic book time than Nevada did. I really want to get back and see what's happening with Moggs. That guy looked just like my friend Moggs, the Mowgli monster, from his live stream here on YouTube. You can check that out. And Russell, the guy did look like you. But anyway, the city is being ravaged by apes. Humans are doing their battle. They're doing the best they can to defend the city in these panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. But they're destined to fail, as the apes are just too much. The apes overpower human after human after human, leaving them dead in the streets, and the remaining humans run to the hills for cover. And I guess they're counting on you to watch the movie for what happened, because if you watch the movie War for the Planet of the Apes, you'll realize that the apes quickly took California. And in this comic book, it's no different. Now they've got guns. Now they've taken over the armory. Now California will fall. And that's no big surprise that California's going to fall. In full panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. California always falls. Wait a minute, this should have been the part Moggs was in, as we zip forward to Florida, where apparently the ape virus has spread across the country. Now the world searches for the apes. That's right, they're searching for the apes that escaped the research facility. They're needed in Atlanta, so grab all the apes you can capture, bring them to Atlanta, and we're going to do research to find out why they can talk and why they're taking over. And these guys are the bounty hunters. They're the ape chasers. They're out and about. They're trying to track down the apes. And they apparently have caught a few to be tested on. The apes do not look happy about this. Where will we find the next apes? There's a big reward. We're going to get paid, boy. Bam! Oh, they did not see that coming as a horde of savage apes attacks the bounty hunters and lays waste to them, scalping them, removing their souls from them, killing them in the streets. Oh, my God. The apes can read. The apes want their friends back. The apes are heading to Atlanta. Good God, this is kind of like The Walking Dead, right? And somewhere in Atlanta, the Primate Research Center, they're trying to figure out what's going on with the apes. Hey, wait a minute, this is a Boom comic book. What am I thinking? This comic book don't have commercials in it. They're all at the end. I better stop now and do a couple of shout-outs. That's right, Boom comic books aren't well known for putting a lot of breaks in their comic books, so I have to kind of make my own right here. Hey, let's give a special shout-out to Dave Sunstorm and his incredible brother, Stephen Sunstorm. You know, the good stuff guys here on YouTube, as well as my friend and compadre, Pat McCormick at the Golden Rage of TV, Retro TV, right here on YouTube. My partner in crime, Thrash Pondo Ponds. You can see us every other Sunday when we take on the theatrical topics of the day. Be sure to check me out on Saturday nights on Brain Bender's banner with my girl Chrissy. And all the special shout-outs to Unapologetic Geek, the guy who wrote that book right there called Paradox. Be sure to check out the Unapologetic Geek. You can see me on the Unapologetic Geek on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Hey, I'm a regular now. Be sure to check out my friend Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, who has some of the best cryptid encounter books out today, as well as BK on the Air, Big Guys 40. My flock is everywhere, Sarah. Hey, she's a producer for Mine and Thrash's show, and she does the most brilliant job ever. Be sure to check out her channel. The Nostalgic Pod Blast Chance, Retro Nerd Girl, the Life and a Sad Endings channel, Blue Line, Bigfoot. Hey, BLB sent me that cool hat over there. Be sure to check out BLB and my friend Buff, the guy they call Sick. He's out there too. Hey, Snarky, thumbs up to Snarky. Be sure to check out her. Caucasian Sasquatch, Gypsy Road, who also goes by Hair Metal Revolution. I think that's all the shout-outs I got in me today, bye. It feels good to be back on the comic book trail today. Took last week off, didn't get a comic book video in, felt bad all week about it. Yeah, really kind of bummed me out. But here, we got monkeys. We got monkeys everywhere at this research facility. We got them in cages. We got them running around. We got them mopping the floors. What? Mopping the floors? Hey, we got us some little service apes going on. You know, you can't go wrong with a service ape. Why are these apes getting intelligent? We must figure this out, and we will figure it out by dissecting their brains. Because dissection of brains is the one way to find out what's causing this, right? I can't help but think to myself, how much better this comic book would be. This comic book would be 100 times better if it was Planet of the Bigfoots, and these were Bigfoot instead of monkeys. I'm not a big fan of monkeys, boy, but the monkeys are getting together. The monkeys are getting their plan on. The monkeys are conspiring to attack the city we known as Atlanta. Atlanta, which is fallen. Atlanta, which is at war with the monkey people, boy. Monkeys are everywhere in Atlanta. They can see them coming through the city streets from atop the research center. We must do battle with the monkeys. They're coming for their friends, boy. As one by one, the monkeys carry their wounded off. The battle soon will begin for Atlanta. In full panels, where you wish the story would end already. Brought to you by the Daddy Dan blog. I give you War for the Planet of the Apes. Great art. Horrible story. Yeah, It don't really make sense. They bounced all over the country. I just wanted to see the California stuff. I didn't want to go to Atlanta to the research center and a bunch of shit that's not in the movie. It's really annoying me. I don't know if I'd call that the good stuff or not. Boy, I tell you what, as the war for Atlanta rages, buildings are ablaze. The humans are going down one by one. It's at this point that the human says, you know, we're going to lose this. We better get out of Dodge here, boy. So they head on out of Dodge. They head down the road. They getting out. And while the hell Moggs wound up in Atlanta when he just left Nevada yesterday, I will not know. Okay, apparently in some part of the book that does not exist, Moggs and his little ragtag fugitive band of traders headed out to Atlanta to do some trading and got caught up in the mess that was happening in Atlanta. Meanwhile, San Francisco Bridge is under assault as apes cross the bridge into San Francisco. California's falling. And in the final panels of this really short, crappy book with no commercials and really cool art, it's just a horrible story. In the last panels, we see San Francisco being invaded by the apes. We see San Francisco falling. Caesar has arrived! And war has arrived. On the planet of the apes. Hey, title drop. Anyway, now we get a few commercials. We get commercials for Power Rangers. What in the blue hell is Power Rangers doing in a Planet of the Apes comic book? Oh, that makes me want to throw up. Hey, this shit just gets worse and worse. Giant Days. The origin of a bad day. Then you can hear about the book you just read, War for the Planet of the Apes, and now it gets totally tragic and totally horrible. Oh my God. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. The freaking comic book. Hey, he's a joke in AEW now, by the way. He really is. Hey, and then you could have had the one cool commercial in this comic book. Kong of Skull Island on digital Blu-ray and 4K Ultra. I got Kong of Skull Island. I love that movie, and you could have bought it back in 2017. And you could have had Batman cartoons, all 3 seasons, that's right. And they did not waste the back cover of this dismal comic book. They included a Batman animated series DVD set that you could have ordered right here. And I guess that's my incredibly short look at War for the Planet of the Apes from 2017. Boom comic book, not well known for being long, not well known for having a lot of commercials. Boom Comics, just not well known at all. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for me and my cool dog. Be sure to check out my next comic book review, which will be a lot better than this piece of shit probably. And until next time, guys, bye.